Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails in the Sky. Today we are going with Tita to the Russel resonance in order to have the black orbment checked. But beside that, I've been thinking a lot about our side quest. The one about finding the clues to the books and stuff like that. And I honest to God believe it's at Elmo Village. It has to be, there is no other location that fits the bill. I wanted to check between the episodes, but apparently because we were on our way to the Russel residence, I'm not allowed to leave town. So today, once we are allowed to leave town, I want to go to Elmo Village, check out the entire scenery. Again, with a fine-tooth comb. I'll probably cut the search out of the footage, but I will look over everything with a fine-tooth comb because it has to be there. And the only thing we need to find is a small pool or a big pool with a stone statue in it. And if we can't find it there, then I give up, because in all the other regions I can't even imagine it being there. So for today, I'm gonna discuss it with Professor Russel, with the black orbment, seeing if we can find out what it is, what it does. And after that, as soon as we can, we're gonna go over to Elmo's village, see if we can find a book for our librarian. So let's continue on. This is my house. Wow, nice place. Professor Russel is here? No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door. We should go and say hi then. Definitely. Doesn't seem like he's here. I'm home, Grandpa. Okay, maybe this way. Arr! Arr! Huh? So this is the professor? Nice to meet you. The old guy seems a little bit upset, isn't he? My name is Estelle Bright, of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on... Got it! I did it! It's finally complete! That's right, who's the man? I'm the man. Yes, I should start testing it at once. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kinda goes in a trance when he's working, and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. Oh, he really is something. Oh, he's something, alright. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Alright, let's see if we can disrupt his attention span, even if it's just a little bit. Grandpa, there are some people here who need to talk to you. Oh, Tina, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from these tests. But Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor orbment's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that the biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yeah, really. Since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now, come on, we've got some testing to do. Right. And there she goes, in testing mode. Professor Russel and Tita began working with some complex-looking equipment. Hey now? Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair. Who, me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbal Energy as Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Go on, be quick about it. Alright. Wait, Joshua. Hey, you lady. You there with the antenna hair. Antenna? Oh no, you didn't. Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it back, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Oh. Where's Estelle and Joshua? Who? Oh, come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Mother sent along some fresh faces then, I presume? Grandpa. And so, Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment, after many small but relative harmless explosions and some sighing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Oh, sorry about that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory, so it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. This is no laughing matter, especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle. You got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of orbment, after all? Well now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up the brazen nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa! I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of Orbal Revolution was going to be some really amazing man. Not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on. So, I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius? That's quite a surprise. Ah, so you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years ago. I've met him too. He had a really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known that for a long time, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you know what with Professor Russel after all. Yes, I do have to agree. What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with? Well, I still explained to the professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the black orbment. I see. Wow, a pitch black orbment. Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or scenes. Look at that frame too. Professor Russel produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the orbment. Wait, what are you doing? It is a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Still, Joshua and Tita peered intently at the black orbment. There's not even a scratch. The frame is made of some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a close look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying, but first I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. What now? That used piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. Oh, you're making my head hurt with your technobabble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish. Well, to put in layman terms, it allows us to see just what this orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So, without further ado, Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Oh, sure. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it will be anything special, but sounds great to me. We'll even help with the prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. No, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What's up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Both crazy about orbments, and when they get started, there's no way to stop them. Now, if everyone's ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you'll put the orbment on the stand. Okay. Like this. Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tita? All set. Good, good. Now commencing orbital force measurement test on the black orbment. Black orbment? So that's going to be the official name after all? But using it officially is so boring and simple. Want something cool like dark thingy of impending doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than black orbment would just be annoying to say. Fidget. Oh, look at her. She's all anxious to start. Oh, alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner, please. Okay. I'll put set at 45. Put all measurement equipment on standby. Roger. Done. All measurement equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out, it's the real deal. Since no direct input or output with the tech, all we can do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now, let's see how much this contraption is really worth. You sure are in good mood. And click. Neat. It's all glowing and stuff. Oh, I get it. It's putting a major strain on the crystal circuit. There. Tita, any readings? Yes, but they're kinda weird. The tachometer needle is shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial. What? Oh, they're activating it. What's going on here? Joshua, it's the same black light from before. What? Oh, it's destroying all orbments in the area. At the mayor's house, it just broke the one artifact. Now it's a lot bigger than before, and it's breaking everything. Intriguing. What is that thing? Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. What in the... Bah, we have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. Oh, they're back on. Phew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner on which the black orbment sat, but even that, well... As for everything else... Good. It looked like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine, all the lights are back like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking though. Okay, but just what the hell was all that? That was what I would dub the Orbal shutdown phenomenon. The what down? Oh, you mean how everything inside all the orbments just stopped working at once? So the black orbment did this? Yes, I have no doubt. But I have never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting, most interesting indeed. Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Professor! Ah, Murdoch. Just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the hell were you up to that will cause all the power downtown to go out? How rude. It's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the black orbment and it caused it. Is that the... Ah, okay. I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's a genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault. Ah, nuts. You got me. That's it? They're just joking again? Are they always like this? This is so embarrassing. I'm guessing that is their normal day-to-day business. And so the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night. Okay, let's hope that in the morning we can still go book hunting. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. But back on the subject of the black orbment. It's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible. Yeah, what's the professor gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kerflooey? Good morning, guys. Morning, Tiva. Tita. Tiva is a whole other kind of game. Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yes, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory earlier this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the black orbment secrets. Wow, looked like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking the time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. Oh, it's fine, really. Grandpa's investigating it out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming along with you. I want to know what's really going on with that orbment too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay, then you can come with me. Oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second, you two. I'll bring your breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. It's really a nice girl, isn't it? I guess that's what that smell is, but man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to Roland. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kinda creepy, Estelle. It is, but I do see where she's coming from. And now that we got a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey Tita, would you mind if we stop by there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Alright. Will it be enough of a hint for us to be able to be allowed out of town again? If so, let's check out Elmo. Nope, not yet. Oh, the highway is this way. The central factory is on the northern side of town. Alright, let's try again after the guild. And if not, we just have to continue then. There's nothing else we can do about it. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? We are ready. We'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Killiga? I've heard the basics from the factory chief already, but I'd like to expand that account with some first-hand details. Well, Joshua explained the details of the Orbal blackout. I see. So the orbment that was sent to cache in secret was in fact something dangerous. The guild is very interested in these developments. We need to continue working with Professor Russel for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. As you can expect. Reported both. We do have an extra plus quest that I still want to do. But we won't be able to unless we are allowed out of town. Which is not yet allowed. I know I'm being very pushy, but I don't want to get rid of that quest just yet. Tita, everyone, how are you? Professor Russel is in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seemed pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. He's probably waiting on Tita, or he's waiting until he gets permission to start working on the orbment. I'm pretty sure it was this one here. Bah, another failure. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Ah, hello Tita. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We were worried. So, what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to cut into the black orbment, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Well, perhaps a demonstration is in order. And click. Whoa, what is that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of a special alloy that can cut through basically anything. That ought to do it then. It stopped? I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. Well, it seems like the black orbment is blocking the functionality of other orbits, interfering with them in some way. And I doubt it was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah, but Grandpa, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Ah, yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby orbits seems to spread out, moving from orbment to orbment like chain lightning. I put the range at about 5 arc, but if there's no orbment powered on within the range, well, then that's where it stops. Ah, I see, that makes sense. Yeah, it's like a ripple effect. It radiates out when it finds an orbment, it radiates from that orbment once again, and it continues to cascade until there's no more orbments in the direct environment. Pretty astute assumption, Professor? However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know why it caused machinery to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It is very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack? Oh, don't be ridiculous. Did you see the big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it'll melt down in a blast furnace or something. If it did that, the inside of it would melt too. Oh yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know of a way to burn it open? No, that's not what I meant. Orbal power, that which drives orbments to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbal energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine is a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbal engine. However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Neat. I get it. Fire is the key. But Grandpa, I've never ever seen one of them before. Well, I'm pretty certain that there's one under study in the central factory workshop. Ooh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something? No, I think it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. There's likely a tank or canister of it stored in reserve. Yeah, it should do the job. I start getting the tools ready. I'll help. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tita can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy but your braces should be more than strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Oh, let's see. Don't tell me you've forgotten. I've forgotten. He said just not to say that. Estelle, if you look in the operation room, I think you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? It's a room with a bunch of Orbal computers. It's on the 5th floor. We store all kinds of information there for safekeeping. Wow, I didn't even know there was such a place. Ah, then I leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man. Well played. Oh well, let's go find this operation room thingy. To the 5th floor it is then. Let's go. What are you doing? I need that combustion engine and some gasoline. Remember, they're in storage in the operation on the 5th floor. 5th floor operation. Got it, let's get going. Alright. Let's see if we can find it. That's definitely not the operations room. Wow, check out this place. That has to be the operations room. Ah, hey you two. I haven't seen you before, so you mind telling me what business you have in here? My name's Travis, Senior Engineer and Supervisor. Oh, nice to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russel, so if... Professor Russel? He's not in trouble again, is he? Again? You really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the capital unit, after all. But even being acquainted with him results in a no end of trouble. Tita, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl. Just an all-round good kid. Yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't think we have time to stand around talking in this case. Yes, we need to find where the central factory stores his equipment. Ah, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. The cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. These days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation, but this one is equipped with the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. It can be used for anything from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now for information retrieval. You have to use the front panel to select that mode. That will send the signal through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbment. There's a quartz inside that trains a rapid light pulse on it, you see. Then it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works then? No sweat. Yep, no sweat. I'm impressed, Estelle. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, I lied. All this stuff was completely over my head. Well, here's a setup. You change the mode with this panel. I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. I'm sure. Go ahead, touch the panel. You should figure it out what to do quickly enough. Orbal Calculator, Capel System version 7.0. Okay. Related topic, Universal Tech. Combustion engine. A machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within. Less efficient than its orbital counterpart due to issues with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Owned one owner, Maintenance Chief Gustav. Okay, so that's who we need to find. Chief Gustav. And gasoline. A liquid derived from the purification of natural occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum. Used primarily as fuel for combustion engines and as an industrial solvent. 20 mid-sized tank, Orbment manufacturing factory in a repository. Any wheeled vehicle powered by Orbal energy, widely considered uncomfortable to ride, very limiting in speed. No data, but in the underground factory entrance. I think we saw that on our way into town. And all these are just extra information. And this is about the actual establishment. Alright. That's a lot of information. I'll probably read all through it between the episodes. Oh, looks like you found what you were looking for. Wow. It's like a magic box or something. Mobile computers really are something. As I understand it, Professor Russel teacher Professor Epstein was responsible for the original concept. But it was Professor Russel's talent that made an idea into reality. If only his presence on mind was on par with his intelligence. Well, Ideals isn't one to bestow two blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine things? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? Well, he's currently overseeing the airfield. You'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in Orban manufacturing, in the basement. Talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance Chief Gustav is at the airfield, and the gasoline is in the basement. Thanks, you've been a great help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. Alright, so basically it's the internet. for the Trail series. A big old gigantic database full of information that you can just access by typing in what you need. It's Google and the internet. Hey, how's the Orbal calculator holding up? My meters are saying that everything is running smoothly. I'm sure it is, I'm not that technical. Alright, so let's go to the basement first, get that gasoline, since that sounds like the most easiest one to collect. We just need to find the right person. And with it, of course, the right location. Okay, I thought it was going to be one of these cans. That's the hauler we saw in the report. So we might need to go to that lady that was talking about her boyfriend. Down at the conveyor belt. Or this guy. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. I can't even concentrate. Excuse me? What's that? May I help you? As Stanley Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russel. You need gasoline. I think we have a tank of it back in the storage somewhere. I'll check for you. Faye, use the intercom. This is Faye. I got a request down here. We still have that tank of Calvert gasoline there in the warehouse, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending? Holy. Ah, there we are. Is this gasoline? So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Ah, convenient. Professor Russel invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth. But the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the posterior. I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thanks for all the help. Oh, no problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with that gasoline. It has a tendency to, how to say it, fireball. Contained gas tank. Alright, so let's move very rapidly in all different directions, trying to make it explode. Alright, let's use the staircase to get to the first floor. Let's see if we can find Gustav at the airfield. Oh, hi. Need a flight? The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago. Oh no, thank you. We don't need an airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it? Oh, you mean the maintenance chief? Well, he's not here at the moment. What do you mean he's not here? Well, he went to Leiston Fortress 2 or 3 days ago. Some kind of repair emergency? On a military patrol ship. Leiston Fortress? As in the large base in the Royal Army out by the Lake Valeria? Up in the northern part of Zeiss. Ah, wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. So, what do we do about the professor's request? I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word for us. Oh, hey, airship. Speak of the devil. Okay, with that crane, it doesn't really look like a carrier plane. An orange airship? Hold the phone. Since when are public airships orange? No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong and it's got work arms all over it. Now that you mention it, that's a central factory vessel, the Leibniz. It's the same model as the public transport, but there's several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport. Ah, flying factory. Then the maintenance chief is on that airship. That's right. Now's your chance. You need to talk with him, no? We do. Thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. Alright, let's see if we can find him. And if not, let's have a look around the ship if we can. What do you want? The Leibniz has a mountain of parts stored in her. It's dangerous, so stand clear. Actually, we're looking for someone. Isn't there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on the ship? What do you want with me? Oh well, that's convenient. Estelle explained that Professor Russel had asked them to find and borrow a combustion engine. Ah, you're running errands for Russel, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got a good timing, I'll give you that. Huh? Hang on for a second. Let me guess, he already has a couple lying around. Does he actually have one packed onto the ship? Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast though, so be careful. Alright. Oh wow, you're not kidding. We can still manage to carry it. Hey, you got some spirit to you for such a young girl. I like it. Thanks. It's pretty interesting little coincidence. That old fart wants this thing right after I got back from the military. From the military? Yeah, this thing was on loan to them for a little while. They were using it for some kind of research. As a matter of fact, I only just got it back today. Lucky for us. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Now we got what we need. Why don't we take it back to the professor? Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief. Sure. Give my regards to the old man. Okay, is Joshua worried because of them using the combustion engine? Like they needed it for something as well? And maybe Joshua is thinking, maybe they got an artifact that disrupts orbment energy as well and they needed it for their testing. It is not a very illogical way to think about it. Because they needed to have a need for a combustional engine, even though everything runs on orbal energy. It is at least suspicious. What a funny coincidence. We just got the combustion engine back from the army now that the professor's taking it. Well, it doesn't just sit around in storage otherwise. Yeah, and the fact that he's specifically mentioning it again, it has to mean something. I'm guessing we'll figure it out at some point. Alright, so let's... Well, we should try to get that combustion engine back to the professor. He should be still on the 3rd floor. But, as you might have guessed, also with seeing the time and such, I think I'm gonna leave the episode here. Next time we're gonna deliver the goods to the professor, see what that combustion engine can do. And after that we're gonna go see if we are allowed to leave town for Elmo. Because you will probably not even notice it, but when we were traveling from the 3rd to the 5th floor, I made a slight detour to the exit of town just to see if we were allowed to leave, but they kept saying, no, we got to deliver the goods first to Professor Russel, so we're not allowed to leave just yet. But as persistent and stubborn as I am, next time we're gonna try that again and again and again and again until we are out of town, because I want to get that book, I want to get that clue, I want to get more clues, I want to figure it out. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.